Hi, my name is Brooke Andrews, and I am doing this class presentation. My target audience is my colleagues because here at Seward Elementary in Seward, Alaska, it's a very small school, and unfortunately, because of stress, we've lost two of our teachers in the last 2 years, and they have resigned, and I am hoping to share some of the awesome things that I learned in this book and in this class to help myself and my colleagues. So that's why I'm doing this. Hi Seward L, it's Miss Brooke, and I am sharing this screencast-o-matic with you guys because I have been taking a class and this is part of the end of the coursework is to do a 15-minute presentation on the book and the class that I have done, and I want to share the following slides with you guys. The book that I read with the coursework is called Unstressed, and I am hoping to give you guys some awesome knowledge and help you with the following slides so that you can hopefully read the book for yourself. So the first slide asks, how did I find out about Unstressed? And that is because I am always extremely stressed. This is actually coursework for ASDN course number 5116, and it's called The Connection and Calming Strategies for Today's Teachers. When I was looking at the ASDN website and saw this class title, I actually snorted coffee out my nose. I was just like, wow, that seems really unattainable for me, but let's give it a shot. And I'm really actually very happy that I did. Here's the course book. I have the picture of it up there. How somatic awareness can transform your body's stress response and build an emotional resilience. It's by Elaine Doherty, and it came with the course when I paid for the course. Came in the mail, but you can also grab it off of Amazon. Most bookstores have it. It is available on Audible too. And if you're like me, I need to hear something and see it for me to get it into my brain and make it stick. So I had both, plus a highlighter and a lot of Post-it notes. One of the reasons it's really great to have the book in your hand is that the author lists web address links for you to go to the publisher, and they have audio files there, which will have the body scan audio files, and there's a couple of them with different time limits, a much shorter one and then a couple of really long ones. They're really great practice to have. I really appreciate the shorter one. And it was a great way to get me started. From then on, I've also downloaded a couple of apps with body scans too, but because I had this book, it got me, it was a great starting place. So, which one do you think I am? I am definitely that person on the right. And why am I that person on the right? I am here teaching at the school because I got a screenshot from a family friend that our preschool was shutting down here at Seward Owl because they couldn't find a certified teacher. And I was so bummed out because I just know how important preschool is. And I just thought, well, what the heck, I'll call the state and see what they say, because my teaching license, I had let it lapse while I was having babies. And the state was just like, oh yeah, we'll make this easy. You'll be back in the classroom in a couple of weeks. And so then fast forward to January of 2020 when I got to teach some awesome little nuggets here in preschool for a whopping 5.5 weeks until COVID hit. And you were all there at COVID. You know how that went. And during COVID, I managed to get back into teaching, which was great. Learning how to teach remote, not so great. And then my classes, my preschool classes, AM and PM, were downsized because of COVID. And then I started teaching intervention, which I had never done before, and spent a lot of my time teaching myself how to teach intervention. And guess what I didn't do in that whole amount of time? Work on my coursework for my teaching license. So fast forward to August of 2021 when I was informed that I needed to get your 6 credits in, or KPBSD, doesn't want an unlicensed teacher in the classroom. So here I am, finishing up my coursework and doing my final project, ironically on reducing stress. So that's me every day. Yep. So I'm just giving a nitty-gritty breakdown of the book, and then I'm going to focus on a couple of parts with the 15-minute time restraint. I want to give you guys the most important things that I think that you can take away and work with right now. So the book breakdown is into 3 separate sections: understanding the problem, understanding stress, and integrating emotion, applying the skills, and then taking it to the next level. So the understanding stress part, these videos from Khan Academy are amazing. That was some of the additional information that was in our class, and especially that second video to watch the physical effects of stress. You can just go in and Google Khan Academy stress, and these videos are going to pop up, and they made a really huge impact on me. The physical effects one is 6 minutes long, and I do not have 6 minutes to give up for this video, so I can't show it, unfortunately, but I did take a screenshot. And in this screenshot, you can see in true Khan Academy form how they're drawing the pictures as the voiceover is talking. But they're drawing the body, and all of these things are popping up, and it just gets worse as the video goes on. And the more systems that are involved, and the not day-to-day stress and then it goes away, it's chronic, long-term, lasting breaking down of our bodies and literally shortening our lives. So yeah, learning about the physical impacts of stress really stressed me out. But it did force me to go, oh my goodness, I really need to pay attention to this class. So I'm going to really shorten up. And like I said, I feel like I'm doing it a disservice, but I want to give you guys the big nuggets that you can take with you. Everybody knows what mindful awareness is, having that connection with our body and where we're at in space and time can definitely help us to be aware of our own, not only our own bodies, but of people around us and how things are happening. When the author talks about having mindful awareness and being able to reconnect with your body and how your body's feeling, what I've taken away from it the most is to be able to recognize how physically you are feeling when those stressful events happen to you. And a lot of the somatic awareness or the body scan is really able to center you, focus you on your breathing so that you can bring your heart rate back down, and to be able to be more aware of what else is going on as well, because our bodies are over time, with the continued stress, we aren't able to acknowledge a lot of the things that are going on around us because we're so tunnel visioned to and focused on stress and what it's causing us and what stresses are lying ahead, because we're in survival mode essentially. One of the things that helped with that, and something that I knew that I could take away with right away from the book, was these micro moments of connection. And the author says in the book that a teacher had come up to her after a talk and said, "So am I just supposed to be fixed tomorrow?" And she laughed and said, "No, but this is something that you can go away with, is focusing on these micro moments where you can just stop and pause and be appreciative of something or someone around you, whether it's you're just taking it in and making that mental note, or you're actually giving that positive affirmation to someone." So, and I put on there in the first bullet there that I put reminders on my phone, and I literally put in 4 reminders every day to repeat every day so that it pops up, and it's just something that I'm cognizant of each day, several times a day, and it's helping to become a habit. The somatic clearing I talked about, which is the body scan, understanding your reactivity. Reactivity is just those physical feelings that you're starting to feel when you feel those stressful things come on. Everybody's different, but I myself feel everything in my chest. I feel a lot of pressure and actually tightness and pain in my chest. And so when I feel that, then you're supposed to stop, center yourself, and you're supposed to realize with your breathing what is going on, what's causing that stress, and then at the same time, you're going to start thinking of something that gives you joy, that gives you happiness, that gives you a good feeling, and try to replace that not so great feeling with that positive feeling. And that's what heartful engagement is. One of the ways that you can start focusing that on is by emotional charting. Emotional charting would be to write a list of different emotions and to just start in stream of consciousness writing emotions. You're going to take your page, you're going to draw a line right through the middle of the page and just start coming up with emotions. And anything below the line is going to be destructive emotions, emotions that you hear that word and you think that that's bad, it's destructive, it's not good for me. And then anything that is positive is going to be above the line. And then you're also going to do those in levels, like the further down the page it is, the more destructive it is, and the higher up on the page it is, the more heartful, not hurtful, that it is. And it's something that you should keep with you and be able to, as you're going through these things and you're being able to do the somatic clearing and being able to practice in more heartful engagement, to see where those emotions are going to go. And are those three emotions that were the highest, or the three emotions that the lowest, are they still in the same spot, or have other emotions taken their place? So the last couple minutes that I'm going to do, because I could talk forever about each one of these things, but the middle part of the book is really the meat and potatoes of applying the skills, and to deepen your heartful engagement with gratitude, empathy, compassion, and hope. And since it is almost Thanksgiving, I thought it would be great to take a minute to focus on gratitude and some of the things that I learned about gratitude and some of the things that I was thinking I was grateful for, but I really wasn't grateful for. We're going to focus on gratitude. See, I can figure out how to put some free clip art in my presentation. So what is gratitude? And I'll give you a hint. It's not just what people post on daily on Facebook in the month of November. And you all know who I'm talking about. Those people will say November 1st, I'm thankful for. And November 2nd, I'm thankful for. And they post a picture and it's beautiful. And then you think, why am I not doing that? I should be doing that. Yeah, it's not that. So gratitude comes in twofold, and that the gratitude, if it's authentic gratitude, it's going to be this appreciation that carries an affirming goodness in one's life. And you're going to feel that appreciation throughout your body. So if it's something that you truly, authentically are grateful for, it makes you feel good to recognize that you're grateful for it. You're very thankful for it in your life. And that's going to be different for everybody. But when you are recognizing that you are thankful for it, that actually makes you feel good. Just like when we're trying to replace that reactivity with something positive, that's going to be one of those things that you're going to want to replace with, because it actually physically makes you feel better. And then it's also going to be something that is mostly partially outside of yourself. It doesn't have to do with just you. It's going to do with somebody else as well. And my last part is that gratitude and loneliness are actually connected, and that the studies and the books, which has blew my mind, but at the same time it makes sense, is that the thoughts light up and strengthen social circuits in the brain when we think about gratitude and what we are authentically grateful for. and it can help reduce loneliness greatly.